Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 9, Episode 9, the finale. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So we're going to first start talking about the cast and their reactions to the city shutting down and how this is going to affect their businesses. Because, Kirk and Rashida, they have Frost Bistro. Rashida has several clothing stores. I believe Carly has a clothing store. Jock, he's trying to get his bar restaurant up and going. Shooter trying to get his bar restaurant up and going. It's like everybody's like they trying to figure out this is going to affect our business. And if you have kids that are school age, that means the kids are going to be at home. You're going to be taking care of the kids. And I remember how stressful it was. I was like, okay, when they said shut down, my mind was in such a panic. I wasn't thinking right. I was like, well, what if you don't have enough food? I wasn't realizing that they were still going to have the grocery stores open. It's just that, social distancing, make sure you have a mask on, all those things. But for whatever reason, I guess people got scared and they started to panic and they started getting all the toilet tissue, all the paper towels, all the Clorox, all the Lysol, all the Clorox spray. They was getting all that stuff. And until this day, every time I go into the store, I try to find some type of disinfectant spray. And I was lucky somehow I was able to find it. I went into Walmart. I got the things I wanted, and I was like, I'm going over the cleaning section. I know I'm not going to find it, but I'm going to go anyway. Bleach was gone. I tried to look on the other aisle, and the only reason I looked is I seen a lady, she had 2 big old containers of bleach in her car. And by the time I went to the other aisle, by the time I came back, the man was stocking up bleach. I was like, yes, thank you. Grabbed 2 of them. The next time I went to Walmart, I found the last disinfectant spray. So I was like, I don't have the Clorox spray, so I'm going to just have to make my own with some bleach, water, and Fabuloso. And that's what I've been doing to disinfect my house every few days. But hey, it's something, because like, usually Love and Hip Hop, they have filmed like months in advance, but like seeing them go through what we went through, what we're going through, and what we initially went through a few months ago, it's something. But anyway, starting off with Sierra, she's saying how scared she is because her son has asthma, and with the coronavirus, people with respiratory problems, they have it the worst if they get it. But I'm saying, like, you all scared, why you still got your shop up? And why are you spraying Akbar down, but at the same time fixing your hair? Secondly, I didn't know that Sierra did hair. I thought she had a nail bar. When she first came on the scene, when she was with Shooter, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't she have a shop where she was doing nails out of? When did she switch over to being a beautician, like doing hair? Can somebody explain that to me? I don't know. Now she talking about some... when things are going bad between her and BK, she starts to thinking about Shooter and, how it was with them and how she didn't really give him a chance after he had cheated on her. And she done already told Erica that she done messed around with him, and he's leaving her all these long messages about how he misses her and how he misses her family. She be saying how she missed the family. I was like, you did just like kick him to the curb quick, fast, in a hurry. But BK done cheated on you every season y'all done been on here. The first season y'all was together, there was a plethora of women that came forward and said that they are and have slept with BK. Last season, this piece of hair right here is going to get on my nerve. Last season, him and Pooh was alleged to got together. Now this season, some girl was all up in his face, playing with his beard and getting Beijing on her finger. So you was quick, fast, and in a hurry to kick Shooter to the curb. But now you talking about, but BK, he done cheated on you several times. Then on top of that, you don't want Shooter back because Shooter got too many girls over there. He trying to juggle as it is. You don't want to get into that neither. Akbar talking about how the labels keep on stalling, and on top of that, people talking about how she don't have her kids don't live with her. She got custody of all her kids and just always want to live with her. I was like, yeah, people gonna talk about you. Like, how come all of your kids don't live with you? How come you ain't? Don't Candy have a record label? How come you can't go to your cousin Candy? Is it that you done already asked for too many favors from Candy, and Candy's like, you're gonna have to get this on your own? I don't know. But she gets mad at Sierra because Sierra hasn't jumped on the I don't like light-skinned Keisha bandwagon. Like, I don't like her, you shouldn't like her. But Sierra's like, look here, girl, just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean I have to not like them as well. I am my own person. I'm like, thank you. Somebody has finally came on the show and said, just because you, my friend, are beefing with somebody does not mean I have to beef with that person. I don't know her to beef with her. Until she does something to furtherize, make me want to beef with her, I'm not going to have a beef with her. And I was like, thank you, Sierra. Now, light skin Keisha, she at home. And at first I was like, girl, why you got your ball cap on? Because I think I know a little something. I've been watching these shows where they be putting the wigs on. And I'm like, yeah, I know the process sort of a little. I don't know if I could, do it myself. But, they put the wig cap on. And then, they sew it down in the back. And they put the got to be glue spray on in the front. And they cut it so it's right at your hairline. And then they got to put a little foundation on. And I was like, girl, why are you here? Like, we seen a few seconds of you with your ball cap on. Like, why? What are we doing, sis? Like, put your bonnet on your head. She was waiting on her hairstylist. But I was like, maybe that was something we should have done when the cameras weren't there. Because, next thing you know, she get fussing and cussing at her boyfriend because he getting his snack on. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. I am a snack person. I love my snacks. I got my cinnamon graham cracker sticks. I have my Nips, and I know Nips, that seems like an old person's candy, but like I love me the caramel Nips, and I love the coffee Nips. Yeah, that's my jam right there. It can be some water, yes, some chips and queso. That is my jam. I'm happy if I got my snacks. But she yelling at him, I guess, because he gonna get fat because he over snacking. He got cookies and all that stuff out there. But either way, her stylist finally get her, she get her wig together. But she ready to come for Akbar. But I'm like, how come y'all both fighting over these self-proclaimed titles that you have? How come you light-skinned Keisha can't rap and Akbar can't rap? How come y'all just can't be two rappers that live in Atlanta or from Atlanta? How come we can't have that? Can you tell me why? It's now when y'all both have like thousands of people calling y'all the Queen of Atlanta, then okay. But as far as I know, you guys, you light-skinned Keisha calling yourself a Queen of Atlanta, and Akbar is calling herself Queen of Atlanta. How come y'all both can't be queens and out here making this money? Why we gotta be fighting each other? Can somebody tell me why? Now Spice is having her event, and when I seen Carly and Kiyomi together, I was wondering, does Carly know that Kiyomi is messing with Shooter and she just has that over Sierra's head because she mad at Sierra? I was just wondering. But anyway, Spice says that she's not going to just be dependent on the music alone. She started her Faces and Laces line and she's going to be debuting her new song. I was like, okay, that's good. Have other businesses besides music. You see, Rihanna did that. She went from music, then she had her lingerie line, and she had her makeup line. She out here making all this money. Like, good. Beyonce, she doing music. She acting, she got clothing lines. It's like you gotta have your hands in different pots. You just can't sit back and focus on music. And I was like, I'm here for a Spice. Even though I don't be wearing makeup like that because one, I don't know how to do makeup. And two, I be getting too hot easily and I'm just scared that especially in this used to heat, feel like I'm a melted chocolate bar. I don't know why I'm looking very orange. I don't know if that's picking up, but on my camera I look very orange. I may need to change the little thing on my ring light. I don't know. I'll see it editing. But anyway, Kiyomi get to talking and she's saying how she dated Fetty Wap as well. Like, okay, how many other girls on this show have you got with? So now you and Erica, y'all done both dated Bow Wow. You, Cheyenne, and Sierra done got with Shooter. Now, you and, what's her name, Alexis, done been with Fetty Wap. Yay, but Alexis like, okay, am I supposed to clap for you? Because Fetty got like 50, 11 women that he done slept with. He got like 10, 12 kids. I don't know if it's that many, but he got a lot of kids. So I don't know if you feel special that you didn't sleep with Fetty Wap, but you shouldn't be because he done slept with a lot of girls. But I'm like, how you go from Chris Brown, Fetty Wap to Shooter? Just wondering. Carly chimes in and say, well, both me and Alexis, we dated Mo and we cool. And Alexis like, I never slept with Mo. I've told you that before. I've never slept with him. Then Alexis gets to talk about how she was human trafficked at the age of 16 and, wait a minute. age of 15, and Carly Childs said, well, Mo said he started dating you at 16. I'm like, he met you at 16. I was like, did he meet her and he told you this, or was he sleeping with her? Because it is, because Mo seemed like he a lot older, because if he met her at 16, that seems a little creepy on his part. Like, I'm just saying. But Alexa's like, no, I met him when I was like 20 years old. She says, Carly getting her confession talking about I don't know what she's talking about, because Mo done told me a lot of stuff about her, and she out here telling folks that Mo gave her the ring that Mo gave me, he gave her at first. Well, my daughter gave it to me. I'm like, Carly, I thought you just said that y'all was cool with each other. Like, what is really going on? Like, this man done lied on you and cheated on you, lied to you. Like, what makes you think he not lying on this girl right here? Like, really? Alexa, she's like getting upset because, like, Carly's just like, the way she's acting towards Alexis telling her story about human trafficking, she starts crying and going outside. And Carly got the nerve gall and audacity to be like, y'all go check on Alexis, she's crying. And this little snicker, I was like, see. Next thing you know, Shekinah and Akbar, they going back and forth. Now, I'm going to say this is Carly's fault right here, because Shekinah came in, she said hey to everybody. Then Carly takes upon herself, hey, I want to introduce Shekinah. This my friend Shekinah. This my friend Akbar. Shekinah's like, yeah, I know who she is. Akbar like, yeah, she know me. We know each other. I'm like, y'all still arguing over this man that neither one of y'all are with? Like, why? No, stop. They get the fussing back and forth, and Akbar feels that she needs to throw a drink at Shekinah. And rightfully so, Shekinah gets mad. You done threw a drink on me. I wasn't trying to fight you. I'm sitting here. I didn't let it be known before. I don't be fighting people. I ain't got no time for that. And she trying to justify, Akbar trying to justify throwing a drink at, talking about some, she talked too much. That's her justification for throwing a drink. She talked too much. I was like, you was talking too much. Like, really? Really? They going back and forth. Carly talking about some, you got me taking off my $15,000 coat. And I'm like, Carly, it's good for you. You got this $15,000 coat on. Why did you have to say the price? You can say, you didn't messed up my coat. Why we got to put the price on it? Why? Why you got to let everybody know you got a $15,000 coat? Because if you find the wrong person, they're going to knock you upside the head and take that $15,000 coat. Just saying. Next thing you know, Akbar, she gets escorted out the building because she's fussing and cussing in the corner with the security all on her. And I'm like, I understand why she kind of mad. Why am I getting kicked out of the event when Akbar was the one throwing the drink? And then I was like, well, Mimi, you see, I was just trying to talk. Like, no, we're not finna get Mimi on your side. You was wrong. You threw that drink at that girl. And if I believe you went into the event for the sole purpose of getting into a fight with somebody. It's a plethora of people on here that you don't like and you ready to get into a fight with. And Shekinah just happened to be the person that you got into a fight with. Spice is mad like, look at her, y'all. If y'all got to be fighting and doing all that stuff, the door is right over there. She wasn't one of those people who have an event and just letting the fight go down and just be like, y'all stop. She got on the mic. Look at her. If you got to argue in the fight, the door's right there. You can go down the street. Don't just go outside. Y'all go down the street. I was like, you better tell them, Spice. And Spice said she done got so mad that she didn't just, Akbar was just walking by and she just started fighting. Out of nowhere. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I was getting my fights mixed up. Like, yeah, they get the fussing, they get the fighting. The Spice and gave a few that, what's her name? What is her name? Spice and gave a few shots in, and Akbar, she mad. It was just a lot going on. Next thing you know, she kind of outside. She fussing and cussing. Tokyo coming like, what's going on? I got a drink thrown on me. I got kicked out. She out there fussing and fighting. Akbar done run up on light skin Keisha. Tokyo jumps in and she was doing one of these on light skin Keisha. You know, she was going to get a hit in right quick. Where am I at? Oh, yeah, I wrote that. Carly telling Spice, What she talking about? Some it's fight, now I'm fighting, because somehow Spice and them got into the fight. Carly talking about some it's fight, now I'm fighting. I'm like, was you fighting, or was you just over there moving like you was fighting, but wasn't swinging on nobody, and you just had to be let it know, if my homegirl fighting, I'm fighting too. Next thing you know, they done took the fight on the road. After doggone light skin Keisha got done twerking on the car, she decided she gonna go after the rest of the folks. I guess it was Akbar she was going after. It was a lot. I'm like, y'all just fighting, going up and down the street. We didn't doggone took this fight on the road. Like, really? Child. Let's move over to Frost Bistro. Kirk trying to get the place sanitized so, you know, they can be having their customers and everything. Y'all, baby Breland is just the cutest as he can ever be. And, like, he is such a cute little baby. I just can't stand how cute he is. I'm like, aww. Like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, the smell of a newborn baby, it is something else. I just love the smell of a newborn baby. But anyway, Scrappy, he's happy because, you know, he got his family, money, Bambi, baby Breland, and the Bam is pregnant again. It's just, he got some problem with baby Breland. Baby Breland's still nursing, so when he get hungry and if Scrappy's holding him, he like, all right, bro, it's time to eat. So he get to lifting up Scrap's shirt like, hey, bro, I'm ready to eat. And Scrap like, nah, I ain't got nothing right there for you, little man. I can't do that for you. Kurt talking about something, you could get one of them little fake nickels so you can, breastfeed the baby. Scrappy is looking like, do I look like a person that's going to put a fake nipple on mine so I can feed my baby? I know you messed up. I know you got like 22 kids. But this ain't what your boy Scrappy gonna do. I was looking at you like, really? You thought he was gonna do that? They get to talking about the love triangle that he got going on and how he's seeing Kiyomi, but he was also messing with Cheyenne, Scrap DeLeon's sister. And they was like, word, you was doing that? And then the producers come in like, we shutting this all down. We got a pandemic going on. The city gonna get shut down. Therefore, we getting shut down, bruh. Kirk's like, how we gonna live? How we gonna pay our bills? And I know it wasn't funny. It's just that they kept on showing that clip. How we gonna live? And I felt the same way. I was still going to work doing home health care because I was a home health care provider for my grandfather-in-law. But he ended up getting the coronavirus and he ended up passing away, so therefore now I am no longer working. We still do not know how he ended up getting it because he no longer drives. He mainly stays at the house. If he does go anywhere, it's the Family Dollar, somebody is taking him, or to the bank and somebody's taking him. He don't go nowhere. So it had to have been somebody who was asymptomatic and somehow he got it. I really don't know. Maybe he was out that one time he was out in public. We don't know, but he has recently passed away. But I am praying for all the people who have contacted it and everything, because it seemed like BK, his uncle, ended up catching it. I don't want to say catching it. I don't think that's the correct word, but he ended up getting it and passing away. It's especially hard for people who have respiratory problems. And my grandfather-in-law, he had respiratory problems, so that's why it affected him a lot more. And he was of age. He was 80 some odd years old. But now the cast are looking like, most of them have money from Love and Hip Hop and side businesses. Like I said before, Kirk and Rashida, they have their restaurant and clothing stores. Rashida has her clothing store. And it seems like Jock is the only one who can still work, but he's working from home. He's still able to do his radio show from home. But I don't know how the other people are going to fare for. I guess Kirk and Rashida, they can have their clothes sold on, or Rashid can have her clothes sold online, and maybe Frost Bistro, because I know here in Houston, restaurants were open, but it wasn't dine-in, it was drive-through or call your order in, but like Wendy's, Chick-fil-A and stuff like that, you go through the drive-through, and bigger places like Olive Garden and stuff like that, you call in your order, but it was some restaurants, it was appetizers only. So if you wanted to get you a steak, you couldn't go to your favorite steak place and I want this steak. They was limited menus, I should say. So y'all, That was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face. Put to a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already a family member and one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.